Hello, Taurus. I pulled out all the stops for you and put beautiful flowers, and I just created a beautiful holy place for us so we could do your reading. You know how it works. For those who give me the most views, I got 10,000 views from you beautiful Taurans. Okay? And as a result, I'm going to pull a card from each one of my oracle decks, and we're going to do what I call a part one on a reading for you. I'm going to stop at a certain point, and the way that I'm going to be doing readings from now on, because I have to spend time on the workshop that I am planning on. I'm hoping that the workshop can begin somewhere around July 14th and it will end around July 17th. It will be a 3-day seminar where I go over teaching you guys what the major arcana cards are from top to bottom, all of the possible meanings that they behold, and all of the minor arcana cards and what they mean, and then how the minor arcanas and the major arcanas work together so that you never have to pay for a reading again. You can do your own readings, you can do readings for your friends, and for those of you who are interested in things of the spirit, if you want to do work, if you want to do light work, and you choose to do tarot or you choose to do anything holistic, it's always good to know how to read tarot. Okay? And so I'm going to start a seminar, and I will make all of the necessary announcements as to when it will actually be. Again, I have a date in mind, but it's not set in stone, and I have not announced the price yet. But it will be a 3-day 4-hour each day seminar, and trust me, it's going to be worth every penny. Then afterwards, we're going to go over all of the stones, and we're going to talk about why it's so important to use stones, sage, and holy wood, and all of those necessary things. Okay? Now, with that being said, we're going to get started on your reading. And before I get started, I would like for you guys to just kind of close your eyes, do a little meditative thinking, and I want you to think about what it is that you want from this reading so that you can get an understanding and get the questions that you have answered, okay? Okay, so let's go. So we get the Page of Wands. We get the Six of Cups. We get the Five of Cups. We get the Nine of Wands. We get the Knight of Pentacles. And we get Justice. Okay. Now, I'm telling you, this Justice card has been popping up on everybody's reading. And let me tell you why. Because it's that time for what comes around goes around. So if you've been playing your cards right, Taurus, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if somebody's been in your mix, being messy, causing you to lose things that you have put work into, taking from you, and I'm kind of getting that feeling when I'm looking at this spread so far, I'm telling you, there's nothing that you need to do except for let the universe do its job. Trust me, when it comes to that comes around, goes around thing, oh, the universe got that covered. And that's the only major arcana card that pulled up so far in what I call your base. Okay? And in your base spread, the base spread tells me what's going on in your subconscious, okay? It looks to me like you were mourning the loss of something. You lost something. And for the life of you, at this particular point in time, you are unable to take your mind off of the loss. And that makes sense. It makes sense because I can see that you put a lot of work into something. That's what the Nine of Wands represents. It represents the amount of work that you have put into something. And it looks like either I see two reasons why you could have possibly lost this, okay? Either because somebody lied to you and told you that things were going to be one way and it ended up being another way and they ended up with what you were supposed to be given, or because of your innocence in the matter of the nature of whatever it was you were dealing with. It could be a relationship, it could be due to work. Because the Page of Wands represents a messenger, okay? He's one of the court cards, okay? And it's like if you think of a job, you know, let's say you can work all the way up to being the executive director, but before you do that, you have to learn how to file and you have to do all of that kind of work first. Well, that's what the Page of Wands represents. The Page of anything represents your innocence and the fact that there's still so much more to learn when it comes to that wand in your hand, okay? And wands represent work, they represent passion, and they also represent fire, okay? And being an Aries sun, I can tell you right now, it could also represent a temper, okay? But given that the Nine of Wands is right underneath the Page of Wands, it tells me that you put a whole lot of work in. And I feel like somebody took advantage of the amount of work that you put in. And it looks like somebody else gained what you were supposed to gain based on all the work you did. And it's being shown right here that they're going to pay for it. They're going to pay for what they did. And it hurts you. That's what the Five of Cups represents. You crying over spilled milk. But baby, you ain't thirsty. So why you crying? It's a minor arcana card. And that means that the way you choose to feel about it, remember what I just said, the way you choose to feel about it, it's your choice. You don't have to choose to feel sad. You can choose to take off that black cape like you at a funeral, and you could choose to turn around and look at those cups that are right side up. You could choose to look at what you still have to work with, which is enough for you to start over. And it looks like when I say start over, we're talking about matters of the heart. Because what happened hurts you. What happened hurts you. This is the I'm hurt card. Okay? And then when I look at this Six of Cups, I tell everybody, I'm telling you, if you read anywhere, the Six of Cups represents nostalgia and things of the past, and kind of like reminds you of the things in the past of what love was supposed to mean. Now, based on what I'm feeling like you were taught that love was supposed to be different than something that you experienced. And that's what hurt you so bad, because you were taught that if you do this when it comes to love, then this will be the outcome. And you did everything right, but the outcome hurt you. So then, of course, what happens when we get hurt? What's the second feeling? We get pissed, right? Especially when somebody else walks away with our pentacle. Somebody else walks away with what we deem valuable. We worked our ass off for something, right? That's what that means. You worked your butt off for something. I mean, so much so to where you almost don't even know how hard you worked for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put work in for something. A lot of work in. And you did not see what you were supposed to see based on all the work that you put in. And then when you realize that you were duped, or that you were played, you know what I'm saying? Because of your innocence, because of the Page of Wands, because you're still new at learning how to use that wand. You're still new at learning how to use that fire energy. You ended up taking a loss. And let's talk a little more. Now, I'm not doing any upside downs today. Now, the Ace of Cups, baby, the Ace of anything is amazing. It's marvelous. So what you should do right now is pause it, clap, jump up and down, and be happy. Because the Ace of Cups means that something new and beautiful is on its way to you if you haven't already started to see it. Cups represent love and emotion. Now, whether that comes straight from the universe to you in the form of a better environment, a better job, a better relationship, better people in your life. I mean, it could come in so many different forms. But this is your reward. Because it looks to me like the way that you behaved behind the loss, it was like you took it like a man. Woman or man, it looks like you took it like a straight man. You dealt with it accordingly. You didn't act the ass. You didn't start showing your ass and acting all immature and like you didn't know how to act or any of that. It was just kind of like, oh, you gonna do it like that? Okay, do it like that. Cool. Let me get over this. Let me learn what I have to learn about this. And guess what? It looks to me like those 3 cups that spilled over that you sitting there spending all your time thinking about, you've been rewarded with the biggest cup, filled with nothing but love and emotion. But you won't be able to see it until you stop focusing on them 3 cups. Let's see what else is going on. Okay, now, this is your second Pentacle card that popped up in your spread so far. Okay, I feel like this is work related. Okay, regarding this loss, I don't feel like so much. I mean, it could be a relationship. However this resonates with you is fine. Okay, but this is an apprentice card. Okay, this means that you work night and day so that you can become an expert at what it is that you're passionate about what it is that you want to make money doing, right? And you're still an apprentice. You're working your butt off. I mean, that's what these 2 cards mean, Taurus. This tells me you worked for something, and I feel like somebody took it. I feel like somebody grabbed it from you. Out of your innocence in the matter. Out of your innocence in the matter. I feel like maybe it was somebody that you trusted. because this card also means that you could have been working with somebody that you knew from the past. And because you knew them from the past, you never suspected that they would actually, like, take from you the way they did. But they did. Because, like, you feeling like this. And you kind of, like, stuck here. I'm feeling like you're stuck here. You're stuck feeling like this. But please understand, it's your choice to feel this way. Choice. And I know it sounds a lot easier. And I mean, it's a lot easier said than done. But I'm telling you, turn around and look at the cups that you still have. You do not need to sit there and feel like that at all. Okay, because soon as you stop focusing on what you lost, you'll be able to see what you got going on, baby. And I'm going to get a clarifier here. This card right here just screams to me that, you know, this is the energy of the person who took from you. It was somebody who was a little bit craftier and who was a lot less innocent in the matter, and who knew that you were innocent in the matter, and they took advantage of it. And that's one of these people. Like, you're the younger one, the younger child, and the one handing you something. I mean, this card, every time I look at it, to me, it means liar card. Because cups should only be filled with what? You see any dirt in those cups? You see any flowers in there? What goes in cups? Thank you. Water. This is also a cup card, correct? What do you see in the picture? Water. But every darn time I look at this card, I'm telling you, this is the liar card. Somebody you knew and somebody you trusted straight lied to you. And you trusted them and you believed them. And guess what? You did all the work. And they got all the reward. But, like, it's because you were innocent in the matter and you did not know, like, how things were supposed to go. So it was almost kind of like you were leaning on their guidance. And they guided you right to their success and not yours. And they were, like, pretty dirty with it. It looks like they took damn near everything, if not all. I mean, they didn't leave you a thing. But, like, the only major arcana card that you pulled is justice. Trust me. The universe is going to get that ass, because you can't do people like that. You can't do people like that and think you're going to get away with it. No, you can't. So let's pull the universe has your back card. True healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. So that's fair, right? That's fair. Because basically, what that card is saying is that, like, if you want to feel this way for a little while, you're entitled to feel how you want to feel. So, like, if this is going to help you get it out of your system so that you don't just blow a gasket and, like, get super pissed and, like, start acting out of pocket. You know how things, like, don't go right, and then the more you think about it and the more you think about it and the more you think about it, like, the more it has the potential to, like, make you so pissed and, like, make you so irritated. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's better to just sit there and, like, say, you know what, that made me really sad. That really sucked. Sometimes it is better to cry than to just to destroy your room or, like, break stuff because you're so pissed at, what somebody else did to you. But you have to understand they got away with it because of your innocence in the matter. For someone to take advantage of anybody's innocence, trust me, spirit guides and angels and the higher power does not like that. That ain't cool. That ain't never been cool. So where it says true healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers, right? So whatever triggers you to want to use like this wand, which I told you could also represent just straight fire and pissed offness. Like, got a lot of them here too. I mean, when you think about how much work you put into it and then you realize that you didn't get what you were supposed to get, I mean, that could be a trigger that can make you act out of pocket real quick. But please, let them be the one to be seen as the one that was out of pocket, not you. So basically, this card is just saying, give yourself permission to feel what you need to feel. Okay? Like, if you're sad, it's cool. Don't worry about it. You're allowed to be sad. I almost get the sense, I almost get the feeling that, like, you're supposed to feel sad right now. And that tells me that it was a lesson. It was very much a lesson that needed to be learned. Okay? Now, meditate is what you're being told by Siddhartha. Okay? I think that's self-explanatory. And I would recommend for like some of you newbies who don't meditate, I recommend that you just put on some soothing music before you go to bed. You know what I'm saying? Or like while you go to bed, put in one earphone, like put in some of that soothing music. There's like this thing that I bought. It's called 15-minute meditation. And I don't know who it's from, but it's like 3 parts. And I'm telling you, soon as I bought it, like I changed spiritually big time. It's called 15-minute meditation. And like for 15 minutes, it plays this most beautiful, like, I call it necessary music, necessary sounds of like the ocean and of like chimes and just beautiful sounds. And it just puts you straight to sleep. And like somehow, some way, it just changes your perspective on things. So learn how to meditate, okay, by Siddhartha. Look up Siddhartha. Rewind it if you need to learn how to spell her name, okay, so that you know. I do believe Siddhartha might have been a male, actually. Gautama Buddha, Siddhartha. So that you could know more about him, but I don't want to take too much time doing that. Now, clear your energy. This is the good one. You know why? And it's so necessary. Because I feel like you let the energy of this thief come in to your space. And that's why you're having a little bit of a tough time getting out of this place right here. The sadness. Okay? But again, you're allowed to feel sad. You're allowed to feel however you want to feel. You're entitled to respond however you want to respond. But we always ask that you respond in a manner that is dignified and that comes with virtue and that, exemplifies, respect for self and others, no matter what the case is. What I would like to clarify is the Ace of Cups for you. So, I have a new method of doing things. When I get a $10 donation from 20 of you, that is when I will go over what the Ace of Cups is. Because the universe has definitely rewarded you. But you won't be able to know what your reward is until you allow yourself. Remember, I just said allow yourself to come out of this space. Okay? This space of sadness. But you're allowed to feel sad. Because somebody did something that would trigger that. So when I get 20 people who make $10 donations, then we're going to talk all about your Ace of Cups. We went over your Oracle deck, clear your energy. Another way that you can clear your energy, there's so many things on YouTube that you can listen to. I'm telling you. There's like, how do I clear my energy? Clearing my energy while I sleep. Like, put your headphones on, like just on one ear, while you sleep on one side, and clear your energy, while you rest. Ask your spirit guides and angels to teach you how to clear your energy. Get some holy wood and some sage. That's what this is. Okay? Some people don't like the smell of sage, so if I have a reading and they come over, I use their preference. This is sage. Okay. It usually comes in a big bundle, but my 9-year-old, he taught me how to separate them all. I thought it was really cool because you can separate them all. And it doesn't have to be in that big bundle, right? And this is holy wood. And I love the smell of this. It smells like if you were to go to Yosemite or something. You know how every time you go to Yosemite or you go to the woods, there's always some kind of forest fire and you smell that good natural burn? That's what it smells like. And it's called holy wood. And so I recommend you burn some of that. You can get that at Amazon. And it costs like $10. It costs like nothing. So when I get 20 of my Taurans, okay, 20 Taurus, make a $10 donation. I will leave my information below. Then we're going to do like a big time, let's get into what the Ace of Cups is, because this is your reward from the divine. Okay? This is the consequence from the divine who took from you. But you won't be able to recognize this until you allow yourself to come out of this space, okay? And you're allowed to be hurt as long as you feel the need to be. Because whenever somebody does something like that and takes something away from you and it wasn't theirs to be had, yeah, it does hurt. And you are entitled to feel however you want to feel for however long you want to feel that way. I just happen to not recommend it because it looks to me like you got something else to look forward to. So 20 of you make a $10 donation, and when I get to that $200, we're going to talk about this for a long time, about what you have to look forward to in July, okay? For the rest of July. I will talk to you soon, and my information will be below. Love you guys. Talk to you soon, and be kind to yourself.